Team HolyFit, good morning. For some of you, I know some of you guys are on a different time zone, but um, today I'm just going to be talking about what happens when you actually get to your destination. We've talked a lot about what you need to do to plan leading up to a trip, things like that, and I kind of just wanted to share some tips about when you get to your destination, now what? The first thing that I've done in the past and do now that I find helpful is as soon as I get to my destination, I go ahead and create like a healthy snack stash. So one of the best first things you can do is stop at a grocery store, a convenience store, and just get things to keep like in your room that are healthy to snack on, and to bring during the day when if you're going sightseeing or things like that. If you have a cooler that you brought or like a little shoulder bag or something, um, you can just stick things in your cooler and keep them cool, or just set them like in a bag if they're things that don't have to be kept cool. Like Larabars, fruits, yogurts, things like that. So that like if you're sitting in your hotel room recovering from jet lag, like we've been doing for the past week, not even, that if you're going to eat something, that you have healthy options there. So that's been like key for me. If you are in a hotel, using that mini fridge to store things that you brought with you or things that you bought from grocery stores. Um, I also have a tip for moms out there. I travel pretty much like halfway across the world with um, frozen baby food that we make McKinley's baby food, um, and milk. So I freeze my breast milk for her and I bring it along with me. Um, and I keep like a little stash in the refrigerator or the freezer. But a tip is always call the hotel concierge and see if you have like too much with you, because we usually go on like longer trips. So if you have too much with you, and you have like a cooler, they can store it in their freezer for you. So you could like free up some space in your tiny little room fridge for some of the snacks and stuff that you need. And that can be like really, really helpful. You just need to have it in a separate bag with your name, and they're usually fine with it. So that's something you can do. Um, when you travel each day, use the containers that you brought your meals for your journey in. So like if you had like little Tupperwares, or I just bring like a box of the Ziploc bags, and I use those because then I can just throw them out when I'm done using them. One of the biggest things is try not to skip meals. Pack snacks so you don't get to the point where you're starving, because that's often when you overeat. Um, I mean, I feel like that's like my biggest mistake. And so, like this vacation, I'm really trying to focus on not doing that. Another part of eating out, another part of like when you're on vacation, that you may enjoy, I thoroughly enjoy it, is when you go to restaurants. So I just want to talk about some tips to help you kind of stay on track, and be a little health minded when you're going out to restaurants. So first and foremost, listen, I know fast food is kind of like a treat once in a while, but try to avoid it when you can, because usually when you're traveling, your body's kind of like off anyway. So when you kind of add fast food to that, especially if your body's used to eating healthy, it just throws you even more off. So avoid fast food if you can. Pick restaurants that have healthy options, so that way, it's not like you're forced into something that maybe you don't want to eat and you end up getting it just because it's there. You can also, like something I do is when I'm in an area, I'll go on like TripAdvisor and I'll type in like healthy food or things like that. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you can type that and they'll give you options as well. Salads are like such a staple. You can't go wrong with salads. I always get dressing on the side, because usually when they put it on the salad, especially in the States, they like just like drown the salad. Kind of defeats the purpose of getting a salad. But salads are great. I've also gotten like hamburgers without the bun, and I swap the fries for vegetables. So that's another thing you can do. If you're traveling somewhere where like veggies might not be safe, you can get them cooked, like cooked veggies. So this is more if you're like buying stuff um, for your, you know, snack stash. Like I'm thinking of like Southeast Asia where we travel a lot. Just go places where you can get stuff like cooked, and get it cooked in like, um, you know, some type of like healthy or light sauce that they might have. We all drink on vacation, but try to replace sugary cocktails with things like a beer or a gin and tonic, things like that that are made with like water or seltzer. That's usually a good swap that can make you, or can prevent you from having like a sugar hangover or things like that. Um, Coach Audrey's tip, if you have your Shakio with you, ask your hotel bar or like a local coffee shop, and they can actually blend your Shakeology for you. And that's, you know, if you're buying a coffee there anyway, that's, you know, they usually don't mind having you do that. I know I'm going to try that when I head to London in a few days. So thanks, Coach Audrey, for that tip. Um, so that's just a little, those are just little tips that you can do, that you can execute when you're actually on vacation. I know we've talked a lot about like the pre-planning. So I wanted to share those with you. Um, you know, guys, being on vacation, you know, sometimes it doesn't go as planned. So one of the biggest things that I can say about traveling, especially with kids, and I know a lot of us have kids, but even if you don't have kids, flexibility is like so key. I'm sitting here right now. I'm so jet lagged. It's like unbelievable. It's 10 o'clock. I planned to get my workout in at 6 a.m., but that did not happen because my poor little daughter is extremely jet lagged and she just like vomited all over me, has a fever, um, you know, and it's part of it. Like it happens. Um, Sometimes our bodies get so beat down by traveling and, you know, everything that comes with it. So it I guess today it was even more of like a reason why I need to really commit to trying to be as healthy as possible, but still have fun while I'm on vacation. So flexibility is key. You know, like it's 10 o'clock, I still haven't worked out. That doesn't mean I'm not going to work out. But I'm going to kind of like just roll with it and see what happens. And when I can get it in, I'll get it in. And I'm also really tired, but you just got to keep pushing through. So hopefully some of those tips helped you. And if you guys have any other tips you want to share, please share them in the comments. But for now, that will be it. And I will see you next Friday for another coaching session. All right, so HolyFit, get it done. Get your Shakio in, get your exercise in, drink your water. I have totally not been drinking enough water, so I have to do that. All right, hope all's well, and keep killing it, guys. All right, bye.